It's fine. Anyways, welcome to another special episode of the Black Couch. I'm still this early award winning. It's funny because it doesn't go very special. I mean, because immediately you on that thing, or I saw you won an award. See, I was like, okay, it's an award. Because I post like WhatsApp. Then you're like the second one. I was like, what? Let me get this number. This guy's number. Namely, remove the ray. This is fresh. This is expire. I have to run now. Ningas chayamba. Although this is baro and now it's so. Niland of Fuzori and Dumanga. So now I'm seeing. Oh, coming to live from Panda Studios. You know, even though I'm going to the December all the time. Mara now I remembered. So coming to live from Panda Studios where they do podcasting, live streaming of events, any event in an Nagai Umbura. Any. That's what was Tony that we recorder. So. If you want to contact them, you can contact them on 010-023-2939 or info@pandastudios.com. So, now I'm okay, your bio says you're an artist and also a songwriter.
Yeah.
And to me, I feel like, isn't an artist supposed to be a songwriter by default?
As what one day I was like a bullpen.
Oh.
You know, so it's not everyone who's, who has that strong pen. So, but when you know, riba femini, ba don't worry what's nyimbo.
Yeah.
And sometimes bango ba toko nangaman the says of you co-writer is usually nru idea. If comes for an example, then the label, whenever artist. Then there, for your album, we have this nyimbo that 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Zine comes to Rozuana Kanyina Baba the songwriters. Then from there, okay, cool. I like this idea. Maranunga go head 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So as what Baba the composer. Bang was over the artist. But one of the Makaz, but one of Makaz no more Bangwari. And I've when ngatonga 2021
erotemeza kule already makadede. Oh,
I'm worried like the way she's gifted, like she wangwara mara ndukambori the way she's gifted asimtwane most of the times nine munene this faculty explain or asimtwane most of the times wadzura pasi na honori urongwara me unyaguri I studio afa beat afa instruments na kana I studio ana idea arbuze mutwana kushimana yori artist 1 2 3 I remember ngari 2021 kana 2022 nga 2021 I just forgot. And we invite you ngaberita to write an Afro gospel a song for her, like Afrobeat gospel so because that's the stuff that I do a lot. So we went to a house with my producer Kiss Beats then Rashikaninge then Rarukongwara close and she was like, you know what, my cards will fit so much happening. Then Arnekandi imbesion and then don't want zone party event. Then Udos and Makadza for Zoma Kazurufuna Rumba. Arakurufuna, then maybe she can come and sing that. Amakazare Rumbo then go to Takare. Ada very Achidamara. She wanted to sing her own things when I was over Dijama cards, even though Unazulana this year, one palazana don't want to zone Mara. Enemunava Kotongwana Zeba Kufuna zone. So, but yeah, the song, like, it's still somewhere there to do Zorbadur Visar in Mara. Look at the one. I think it's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful song. And when for Nira just inquiring about it, she will just find out also. Now it's artistry. Ningashuma on something now because you really, 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 really like whatever that you've worked on now. Marna when it comes to 2 years, 3 years after, you don't really like the idea. Maybe you want to re-record or you like it's fine. Let's just can the idea. So we don't know. But it's a beautiful song. Maybe I'll release it since
because you've also put a verse.
Yes. So besides verse umwara, so zito kande nano la era ngwarori rekoru visaro tena kana rukopu anekana tuana original idea.
Okay. So after all these things that you just said, how important to me is it like your pen game or what you say?
Both, man. I think both. Ukono wara na ukono delivera. Because I mean, if you're building a brand as an artist, definitely, you have to be an artist. And an artist, it's a singer.
Yeah.
So arari comes in to nyango focus ka artist, build a brand. Maybe you can, just perfect your singing skills, and then you don't really need songwriting. I mean, because then you can always have other people, employ other people to write for you. Mara, kanne muthu anonganne zwote zwi important.
Okay, so let's do the background first. I don't know, Jenna music, I mean. So I just want to know, because to me you look like this guy, also a vendor, just to Jamango probably, about December. So where are you from, vendor? If you need to vendor.
And I'm not a vendor.
Really?
Ndiva vendor. No, baby, what Tembisa.
Oh,
so yeah, so
Tembisa muna.
And that is the years. But anyway, nando ne chonga chamso ni chibebio. Babi vanga vakadzura Tembisa nga 91, then uvapo ndichirepedza baby then baumera venda, then ndwaruchera venda. Mara ena baby rone ndi Tembisa hospital, but then babi vanga vafuruchera venda, mara mudhi wavo kadhi vaona namusi wa Tembisa, it's just a business namudzi stand. But yeah, ndoruchera venda, my whole life. Ndodidera ngeno Gauteng 2011 ndichipedza pasa grade 12.
Ndopasa grade 12 yani. Grade 12 nepasa ke.
Oh, ndepasa ke. Ndokufanga nepasa rindireva. Ndorinda dachikwani nga 2011.
No, like
no, ndepasa Chivasi.
Oh,
yeah, ndepasa Chivasi.
Yeah. Mbiri ya puma.
When am I going to go?
No, I'm just saying.
Anyway, yeah, that's a good school. I mean, I love, Zukoro Zune, producer, my children, but Rizba serious. We love that, Chivas is one of them. Won't be rewarding, so yeah.
And then Vendana Gudrage, because out of Chivas, and Mazur and Batuba, Figay. Oh, I figure hospital.
Oh, Mufuli mamtanga.
No, not Donald Fraser. Hey, no, Donald Fraser. Did you must buy some Brian? Nigeria, yeah.
Anyway, so yes, Nibufure, that area, Marna Nivamkura. Nivamkura. The Unana Vonam Kurati, the Mukano watch it in Bini Namkura.
Couldn't dare go between the two. Nunkurari?
Of no. Not one and the vowel. Yes, but no cow and the vowel. Une abakura yes in Mukura, Aranjka Mukura Musand. Atakaran, then the Vatakaran. Mukura.
Una Vatu. Mukura Fundia in
Tim San and Wamkura Nibatakaran.
Oh, eh, swang is your quad.
Though fair too.
Oh, no,
that's one quad. And I'm anyway, excuse me, Divana Mudzen, Diva Mukura. So unenda Mukura unenda vaone ndi mukano wa Chidimbini na Mukura. Une Chidimbini la pera one then avauko Toma Mukura.
Oh, that's why nakuru mesa Maginyo. Because was Maginyo va Chidimbini.
Eh, Maginyo ndiba tu anenda Rorua na.
Nolisa na ukoromo.
Ne, ulisa koromo tungolisa no. Kusha wozwi pati. Watu unondiva ndava no dunubuzora abo. Yeah, natungolisa.
And also do you have an English name? Don't do something nichiri baby one afua.
Hey, one. Hey.
I was like Exodus maybe.
Chipio nai. Livio
Exodus maybe. Would have been a better name, imagine.
Aye. Nendi funale la Denga.
Denga?
Denga, that's my real name. And then, of course, artist name, the Kingdmusic.
Yeah. And then why aren't you for Kingdmusic, not just King D?
So, ndani she was a King D, Matomon. Bangana banga chikoro. Chipanga chamsi. Nando nichitoma high school.
Yeah.
Ndotoma ndiko jana Chidimbini. From Chidimbini Chibas. So, again, because Chidimbini was the closest high school from my home.
Yeah,
well, there are a few, but yeah, Bogumani.
Gumani Chikinikala?
Hey.
Oh.
So, neona ndaziro na mukura ti. Ni mukano ni wa Chidimbini, na mukano ni wa Ntuni, wa figure wa Vondwe. Muzibona. So, uso,
utonga Zimbabwe na Zambia na
ngatoraro na fi Botswana
na Botswana so una point nina tangana kayo north so
kezo muzibana
makes sense
ara ndichiko ya Vondwe nandichite uri ndifuke mulambo wa Mpambe then ndikosvika Vondwe arali ndiko ya Chidimbini ndikurodhifukira ndikuva ndikutoya ndiriseri yabhadhi ndiribhadhi rotofi mini ropandekanyiwa ngana mudzi ngabhadha pedzi
yeah, you're still explaining the name Kingdmusic.
Oh yeah, so tizvino nendibva Mzande. So vatu vanji vachimbidza uri Msanda. Zvezvi like, you know, when you're playing, zvezvi, you know, and then when I started doing music, chimwe chamusi ndikotoma zvezvo rotoma utoguda music, you know, singing and, you know, wanting to rap or whatever, then bangana vanga vachimbudza uri Msanda D, unzwana. So from there, and I'm there, I know the trophy King D. But then when I started being serious with my music and wanting to release my music on the platforms, so it's DSPs, there's Spotify or Apple, way before Spotify actually, Apple Music and the rest of them, I would see already, Unabango King D. You know, they do different music from me. So I wanted to be my name to stand out from them. So, you know, the social media, I think Twitter actually at that time, my handle was @Kingdmusic. Then I just changed the whole thing to Kingdmusic.
Okay, makes sense then.
Yeah, so it can be unique and, you know, different from the other artists.
Because yeah, the rules are just, okay, what music? Like, you see Makadzi also, she's Makadzi music.
Music,
now. I'm like, okay.
I was in a lot of Makadzi, you know, listen. For an example, Hayan, Rar Makadzi, so Makadzi music is just shows, or you know, this is the artist, this is my name, this is my stage name. Yeah.
Oh, makes sense. Okay, and then when does the music actually start? The whole career?
Yothe kana ngotomba matumoni
aitotuma wanatofia ndingaimba ndalichazolisa kolomo aningolisa nalicha zvena nikuita
ngotori mtu aluchera venda akambizori
venda mukula
ngotori mtu aluchera ayani mukula zvoyambizori rotoraro muna arungaluwa rofuma mamuna abe vatu vane vachirisa dzikolomo avona dzikolomo avopfuma
onolisa kolomo uva kuti vopfuma vakonoita zvavo zvile vopfuma vosara kutamba dzitivigii
so namudze when I really started then at 12 I think that's when I realized, or you know what, I actually have a talent. So the dream, ya already be artist is when you know, iko dida ngastuku. Then I was then involved in Amanda Sakerkinen and Jena Kayo at that time. You know, that's Jena Kerkechidimbin. Then again, like Kerke ineba wouldn't end up on to Kerke ineba one Kerkeba on. It's like probably like just about 3 streets away. Mara, Auchava Chidimindi, if him Auchava Mukura Nimindi Chidimbin. That's what I was saying on the Mukanoni was one. So then, you know, I became part of a choir. Dina 12 years I think that's when, you know, I realized, you know, I actually love music. Then it's Jena Salvation Army Chidimbin. And then Nanamgano wanga Tundi Rems. Mkomana wa una Rems. You know, they were allowed to be part of the choir because we had good voices. So that's when we realized that actually we love music. Then Uvapo Mukomana Watondi Badawatoma Femini some sort of like actually the God squad. They picked, you know, a few guys from the church choir to say, okay, cool, no, let's do this thing. Squatter camp. They came up with ideas. So why squatter camp, you know, has to be the one doing all this nice hip hop music for everybody, but you know, why can't we do the same thing for gospel as well? Then we started doing quite a gospel. Just one. Rather than remember fiction, Madam Zimu Madembe. So we did that song, and then Bono Mkomana Watondi na una no man, guys, please start writing. So I have an idea, just start writing songs and everything. So the end I'm trying to words no, but then backtracking also from that, kawashi ya cousin yang wapala nichpise Chiriro, rest in peace Chiriro. He passed away a long time ago. Ndachiba kushuma kawashi ya wapela nukera madi zvezvi because he didn't want to watch dzigoro dzavatunga madi yapasi rachiva rikoroka madi azvitartani and then rachishera kafemeni kamatangi mafagi.
No, I'm assuming Tangi is that live. So
no, I want to step like that. So, I used to do that, and then I went out to say chief nabadizwa. Yeah, he was a rapper was serious. Achifi Chuck Taylor. So then what mungudisa zinore. Nezuni chita the punchline. Nitisa so. But of course, like he was always rapping, his own original stuff ngachivenda I mean. So then the happened that we sana interest to come music now. Then when I was 14 years old, remember wrong that to recorder run to I don't know if you're always loving you. It was like a back studio nyana changwa oti chifi takani mtun chidimbini again. So we recorded that demo, and then from there we also went to like a proper studio in Toyando, where also my my parents helped. Say, hey, what do you want to do, and all that stuff. I think also with Takan, to be specific, so to say, you know what, I'm investing in whatever that you want to do. You can go ahead and do it, because also which is one of no talent, and there were never those typical parents by South Africa for Zofia no music no they don't want you to do it or whatever no. Both my parents Kotsi Angana and Namianga, they were very like supportive, even like today, like I mean my dad passed away some time ago, rest in peace, but also my mom, even today, like as a married man and I have my own family, whatever, like they still support what I'm doing, you get what I mean? So so like Natomoya studio na 14, and then recorded also a couple of singles on my own as I was growing older, in high school as well. I used to work with some of the guys who like, at the time they were just trying to figure out, what is it that they really want to do, with their lives. They didn't know if they wanted to be mrepa or not, because it was such an in thing, back in the day. It was over me, so, it wasn't such an in thing, but we had a lot of guys who wanted to be mrepas mara. They knew that this is not what they want to do. They probably want to end up in corporate. So,
didn't you have that idea also? Would I would want to be in corporate, not music?
We'll get there. So now, from there, then I left the whole music thing. Did pass a grad because I wanted to focus on school, whatever, do marketing. But it was always at the back of my mind, or I always felt it in my heart. I'm like, no, I want to be. Back then, I was just like, I want to be a superstar. Like I know that God has called me to do this thing and I'm going to do it. So then, Nishishuka Pretoria, and Boston Media House. So also like, the places where I decided to place myself, it was actually stuff that I thought about before. Like, going to Boston Media House, I could have gone to UP to study marketing or whatever it is. But I knew that, going to Media House, DJ Fresh or Jana, but when I'm looking at the stars, you got to be like,
so
okay.
You could meet there.
Yeah, so I can meet some people in the industry and everything. So it was calculated. Then at Boston Media House, doing marketing. And then from then and what is this? UNISA. But during that period, I met some guys Venda Bane. They were doing music. They were still out there. Now release music. Pretoria at that time. It was like a gang of Venda musicians. So yeah, man. That's when I really started like taking this whole thing serious. Then I look at an album R&B. But then from there, man, I just felt like something was missing from it. And then...
What was it that was missing?
I don't know. Like, I just felt like, you know, with morals, and you know, you have moral compass, and also there's just few things that you know you understand, and you know, or okay, cool, it's fine. I can maybe date girls and you know do whatever, drink alcohol and whatever, but it's like it's not you. Pretender. Have you ever felt that? You get what I mean? But you get what I mean?
I get you, T. But then here's my thing, T. When you say if nan Korea na kuita rapper the whole time nichi toma na and then now you wanna go into gospel, you feel like na rene renga kadire ha maroko pretend because it goes to church.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. So it's like the thing is, you can be in that space and still be like, you know, be a good human and not, you know, maybe date multiple girls, or even if you don't want to do alcohol, you can still be in that space. I'm not saying because bro, like I don't want to put it out there secular music, you know. No, bro. I have so many friends who do secular music. I've also, like, you know, collaborated with so many people who do secular music, you know, because of their heart, because I know them, you know. So I don't want to put that thing out there 1, 2, 3 or whatever. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying personally, my own conviction, I felt that, you know, there's something that God is calling me to do more than just, you know, sing about love and that's it. You got what I mean? So I wanted to be authentic with the life that I was living, as in, like, you know, on my Sunday. And I just wanted to live that life, you know, throughout the whole week, and also just make music that will have impact more than just, you know, bringing people closer to Jesus and all that. I wanted to make music that will have impact and just positive music. And I think that's when I realized, right, no, man, no, let me pray about this thing. So I stopped doing music for a while, like 7 months, and then I prayed about it, and then God just kind of like confirmed, you know, this is where I want to be. This is where I want you to be.
Yeah.
And then, in 2012, then I wrote my first, I can say, you know, Christian single, pop. It was a pop song. Don't Feel Holy Ghost Party, then Ravisa in 2013. And then Deberanga Femini. What was that song? I forgot it. It's part of my debut album.
Oh, yeah, 2019, right?
Yeah, 2019. It was actually done in 2018. Raro released in 2018 December, but then we took it down from the streaming platforms. And then, Hero, that was the second song. So, Mara, I chose the path here, I mean, I think I got a traditional gospel.
Oh.
So now that was another, you know, hurdle to, or something that I knew I'm pioneering, but still, I knew it's going to be hard, you know, because I didn't hear go by successful quicker in South Africa. You just have to go through Femini, traditional gospel way. You know, it's faster.
Then what's the difference? Because I always see it in the genre on Apple Music. Na check na Christianity, gospel, traditional gospel, and then contemporary. What are all those things? Isn't gospel just gospel, Mara?
Gospel in the message. Hey, gospel in the film zim.
Yeah.
You know, if film zim. Richly isanda batun music in the film, music and the speaker rakana, like, you know, a vehicle that you use, you know, to make sure that the message is getting to the people. So you know, it's genres are different. They're vehicles. Like, I'm just making an example where, you know, of course, you know her and whatever, and everybody knows her. Feminine compo. I don't know if that's exactly a feminine genre in Abakwita. Manyalo, yes, yakari, yeah. Now those word lives to so I can sing gospel entirely BTSO.
Really?
Yeah, you can. So that's why I'm saying, like, you know, all these different genres are just, you know, vehicles. So gospel, gospel, like, you know, the old traditional gospel way sounds are, you know, the genre itself. Mara then, especially Christian contemporary or CCM, you know, there are different genres under that umbrella.
Yeah.
The worship is about Hillsong, about Bethel, elevation worship.
Yeah.
So about Kingdmusic is really.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, are you inspired by those ones?
Yes. Well, there are a lot of artists who inspire me, but when it comes to worship stuff that's specifically CCM, yes, I can say I've drawn inspirations from some of those guys. But then, it's pop. You know, and then there's Afrobeat. And then there's even now Amapiano. I've done a couple of songs that Amapiano. I actually on my current album, and the feature Lamuno for Dietrich Heden. Dietrich Heden is one of the biggest gospel stars, like OGs actually. So when you think of in America, when you think of gospel, you think of Bo. When you think of Kirk Franklin, he's in that same category.
In that level,
Yes, is in that level. So now on feature album but this year that was also actually considered for Grammy, which is a big thing. But then I also featured him. On my album, if you hold on, so I had the honor featuring him, but I wanted to feature him on something that is authentically African as well. So that's why we did an Amapiano song. So all this, I can do any different genre, but I just you have to make sure that the songwriting style, it goes with the sound, and also it's Christian, and also the way I present my gospel. I make sure that it's the truth of the Bible itself. Taking music from the scripture itself, but then also on top of that, making sure that I'm doing my diligence. I'm doing my due diligence when I'm researching about the genre. Listen to a few songs, of course, to get inspiration, see what people are doing, and also still have my own twist. Add my own spice, checking the music. To make sure that the thing works.
So. Will it be wrong for us to assume, or you guys would jump into any kind of music in Nenangaishumisa or winner out there?
That's true, and I think that's where the gospel music is going. That's what I saw. 14 years ago when I started. Now I to gospel industry be successful and or whatever, or you won't even get to benefit from your art. And 14 years later, I think we're really doing pretty well. Having people listening to my stuff globally, and it's very humbling. So I don't know via any Venda, it's very humbling.
And then what then do you have to say about what Christianity? No, you can't be listening to secular music and all that, and then you guys then were Christian. And then I jump into those secular music. Because why tell us you take it, so it leads you into something like this, and the artist the one is good. So what do you have to say about those people?
I think I just don't know. I think ne? I'm just, this is just my opinion. I think the heart behind that is probably just to say, hey, just maybe be careful the music that you consume, because remember, music is such a very spiritual thing. I know that too. I've listened to songs where artists will be singing about depression. Like, maybe I can give you a homework if you haven't done it. You can go and listen to artists who are just, maybe on the song, they're just talking about depression and wanting to kill themselves. Listen to that song continuously, not repeat. After a few hours or a few days, you will feel suicidal. You will feel actually, you know what? Hey, this podcasting's when I got us on. We're still 14K. Bako 100,000 Then you start thinking of things that you might start comparing yourself to others. Hey, Instagram want to. So I think the heart behind that, they just saying, be careful what you consume, because now like message you ningawana niko pesera niko zvikoni lead to a road ya distraction. So I think that is a good advice, but it's how it is delivered. So already ini zidrofana ko ninangwana nari asongo fara chitofu explain then you're not doing your job. You got what I mean? So I think to the pastors who say people don't listen to different music, because ndiso ninamfuma gods. Nikotamba worship arari comes in ndikunyangota date ya sharp ayani na bana music kazi ambience ngamrao na mini ndikotamba elevation worship kana ndikotamba
it's slow mara nyimbo slow nyana
kama the rituals vipa bwana
mwana kunyaga muzika one
usufi so ndizvitarari kuita Bible study mamuna rikuita date rikunyangota Bible study
you know what you wanted to say.
So that's why also as a gospel artist again, personally, I make love music as well. But when you come to on my album Perfect Love, there's a love song there that I wrote for my wife just when we got engaged. Kundi is actually my wife's didn't allow labo hats mukundi.
Oh.
What
do you guys in actually gospel artists know when it's your thing,
it's a thing.
What if not the God?
Oh, hey. Okay, well, yeah, well, I mean, no, bro, like I think, bro, like God is love. One.
Oh yeah.
And I think also that it is very important for us not to isolate ourselves from the world. Just because like we might have different beliefs or different faith. We might have different perspectives or whatever.
Yeah,
but when it comes to life is lifing, and everyone is going through life.
Yeah, true.
And it can get hard. You also go through lovely moments and all those things. But I think the most important part in Yori, as a Christian artist or as a Christian person, I don't isolate myself from the community, because we thrive in community. And when I know what you're going through, and then you also know what I'm going through, then that's when you also kind of find God in those moments as well. Because now, say for an example, I'm going through really something difficult. And then maybe the difference is that and then maybe you don't have. And then let's say for an example, my situation, motivator because you saw us maybe together trusting in God or a situation you see the outcome. Then it also inspires you to also trust in God and also have faith in God. So that's why we don't isolate ourselves from the real world, because then I think those Christians who isolate themselves from what's really happening in real time, I think that's a little bit weird. Yeah.
The whole time I'm actually looking at you, I'm like, this guy who from this Maverick, your elevations, the guy with Femme Foundation, Chandler Moore. Yeah, actually look like that. So cool. Like that goes over. No, man. This guy, who go find now?
No, for real. No,
thank
you. Okay, well, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it, but thank you.
It's yourself,
okay, okay, cool. Actually, I had an honor to open for those guys.
Oh yeah, tour South Africa. Right?
Yeah. So
and what do you think of that tour? With everything that was happening around it, like there's this thing Illuminati because it's actually happening.
Guys, hey.
Yeah, tell me about it.
You know what, bro, people things that they don't understand. They definitely want to be against. I think I don't want to comment much on it, but I think excuse me. Things also performance was it BET?
I think so. Will Smith and all that.
Yes.
Because also Chandler Moore was there.
Yes, was there. So here's the thing. The song is talking about going through fire, And then as you're going through fire, God comes and then, he puts down the fire. You got what I mean? Like whatever that you're going through. So your fire might look like divorce. Uluza family member.
Yeah, true.
Uluza mshumo.
Yeah.
Your fire might look like utariwa. Kavalani eja or your age. It might look like utariwa.
Yeah.
Utariwa kana, whatever it might be. But what the song was talking about is that God comes and meets you in those moments, and then he puts down the fire. So what did they do? They try to visualize creatively kind of show what the song was talking about. So about muriro, and then I think on the performance then I saw
the fire part because I saw it on TikTok.
Yes, yeah. I think the only part but uncomfortable about. But then again, as a creative person, I'm thinking that these guys are talking about being surrounded by fire, like banga bukati, then muriro batinga. They're just trying to kind of bring this idea of the song to life. So people can actually relate to what we're singing about. So so like honestly, for me, I was part of that of my own personal conviction. And I believe that the music has touched millions of people. It has helped a lot of people during COVID time. That's what and then this so not gonna be part of that. And it was such a huge honor, bro. Like and also hey, mini TikTok, Mara, 45,000 people came.
But then, okay, with that 45,000, okay, with what happened in Cape Town, weren't you scared? Maybe I'm saying something. Because don't go check that event.
I
know the weather is weather, Mara.
Whether you predict but promoters. They were just having faith in God. Bro, like that's why I'm saying, even like when it comes to spirituality and everything, I always say lean to the Holy Ghost, like lean to the Holy Spirit, listen to what God is saying, but also at the same time, God has given you mind to apply it into different situations. Please, guys, let's apply numbers. I know, you know, I don't want to come for a pastor or whoever or but everyone. No.
Most people don't watch this.
No, it's fine. No, let's not get there because now it will almost be like, you know, politics or whatever. So I don't want to get there. But what I'm saying is, always pray. Nam sinaran ku present wanga femini nga information efi machero ni chuvuwa efi no mana Kingdmusic olam tukano vavenda atwera mona kamsi ako femini kana oshimesana watu hapa no South Africa na mini oshimesana watu wa America kana bagay success yawe yokukiwa mini so mini ngore comes mtu ukono ndiba zuna join mini 1 2 3 in so you have to apply your mind. You got what I mean? You have to pray about it. You have to ask God already. I'm just saying, if you're uncomfortable, say for example, let me not make myself an example by myself, maybe by any artist. And then, you know, you don't want to have that person on your podcast or whatever. Oh,
no, because I want to know now.
No, because you want the clickbait, you want the numbers. No, but what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, you know, you have to pray about things, like apply your mind and see what God is saying to you specifically about that situation. Because I think, you know, also, anyway, I was upon an interview. No, bro. Like they're good people. You know, they're good people. Yeah, for sure. Like even before they came, I've been to America. June. I was in LA. Yeah. No, I was actually shooting a music video in Hollywood. So, June I was in America, ne?
Yeah.
I was there to shoot a music video for my song Feminina Fire remix featuring Isaiah Roberts and then One House. So Isaiah Roberts and them do about Teddy Jakes. So kotia wendi into ndi bonamoze kotia wen ndibo Tory Roberts munawa wabo Sarah Jakes Roberts. You know, I have a song with him. So Bazura LA. So Banakarke LA as well, like, you know, one church. So One House, the Mutwane Aba leader wa hela bende. He's a producer on Maverick City. So some of the guys, by Tantubavake like a wreck. So I know them. I've also posted in LA. I've had lunch with them. You know, we have some sort of friendship. I have their numbers. We text. Namsus, you know, FIBA wana story kubachiko preacher with Teddy Jakes. You know, I was talking to Isaiah. You know, hey, like, just praying for you. You got me? Because he's family. He's family now. Like, we're family. So I've met them. Even Nana Mudzena Mutu, the founder and everything, you know.
Maverick City.
You are Maverick City, like we've been, you know, talking about, you know, possibilities as well, out Oshuma Rote in future, but on the, you know, label side and, you know, whatever. But yeah, this is just still, you know, ongoing conversations. But yes.
So that's how you
No number meet, yes. No number meet. So also that's the way I knew them. Who and then come back in the producer kana muzika ka Maverick City. Yeah. So I met him actually last year. Last year, Travis Green over the South Africa, and then I was one of the people who were opening for him.
How do you get these gigs? Is it because you sing the kind of music that they do?
So most of these things, it's two ways. So yes, the music, and also because this all. But like at 80% about every bang, not 80 man. Excuse me. On Spotify, how many listeners do I have now on Spotify?
So probably 60% USA.
Yeah, Mara, I wanted to tell you real numbers, so I'm not, you know, just assuming. So I have almost 200,000 listeners, so you know, Spotify. Out of that, almost. And they check as almost 65%. If I'm
so over 100,000 people are listening to you in the US.
Yeah, and then of course the Nabana UK, Nabana Yani, everywhere, Nigeria and other, you know, African and, you know, also other, you know, European countries and
then
all
also Nichazi, do you always like go with separate cars with your wife? Because I saw she came in a different car and Maverick City. I was busy watching things there.
Oh yeah. So that was for the gig. So she came with my mother-in-law. She came with my mother and my sisters. So, and also we have a baby. So
my mother-in-law is her mother, right?
Yeah.
That was a better way to say it.
Yeah. So also my mother in love. So so also Bachida. My kid was also coming, you know, to see her father performing at a stadium. So I couldn't take. I was doing sound check in Gamachurun. So I couldn't, you know, take them. That's what. And then I don't know about stadium. So they just had to bring my clothes and everything so I can change at the stadium. So
she's so beautiful. How did you meet?
Thank you. We met at church. Church is a good place to meet a wife, brother.
They always say that, man. We don't see it when we go to church.
Hey.
Which church is it? Hillsong. Obviously, you see.
So we were at Hillsong, Pretoria. That's where we met. She was still studying. I was working in corporate. It was before I left corporate to do music full time in business. Yeah.
And how long were you in corporate? Because you did mention we were going to speak about it late, and now it's late.
Bro, like I was in corporate for like 5-6 years.
Oh, I thought you said 5 months. Hey.
Yeah, no, 5-6 years. Really working. I think being in corporate for that long also taught me a lot of things, you know, about just money. Because also that was made a banger. So, you know, I learned a lot about money and how to make it. Literally how to be motivated to make money for the institution and also for yourself as well. That's why I'm to a business as well, you know, on the side. So also like with my business, I work with a lot of artists, like international artists. So my the client is 95% Bavanda. So and
what
also so what I do is I have a marketing agency. So we work with not specifically, but most of our clients, you know, they're Christian/gospel artists. So we do radio plug-in for them. We do TV plug-in. We do also like, you know, we have relationships with some of the music stores. You know, right? They would send a number of the music to be considered for the playlist, you know, mini. And then also just, you know, interviews on TV, radio, print, everything like media, all different things that has to do with. But also we are dealing with corporates as well now. Doing that, you know, building different brands and all that stuff. My business is called Naka Agency. So if anyone wants more information, can just go to.
Is it Naka or Munaka?
No, Naka.
Naka.
Yeah, Naka. Okay. NakaAgency.com. You know, you'll find all the information there. So. The shumesa mngamanda sana zi labels the Christian labels. Ne shumana zi artists zone za usani wangabo Capitolo. You know Capital Records. You know Capital Records?
No, did we not Tia Gospel?
And they be Capital Records like that. You know. No. Like Capital Records, I mean, it's not just a gospel number. The matter Capital CMG and they are gospel. So it's under Universal. It's massive, bro. Like you probably have seen their building kind of modes. Maybe on the movies.
People would say, nah, music, those guys, the people say they're under Illuminati. I mean. So if ever you say, the Capital is under Universal, people are now going to assume, oh, okay, if I'm Illuminati and I have subsidiaries under me, they're obviously under me.
Hi. I know that I'm working with people who love Jesus, who honestly even in their lives, in their everyday life, there's not any funny business that I know. So if whatever is happening, behind the scenes or whatever, I don't know about it, and then I'm just working with people because I see that they're good people, and they actually love Jesus, and you can see it.
Yeah, I feel you. If you were the another one who Babi cousin, I know.
Nah, bro. No. So Anthony, not to I mean, like I want facts. You get what I mean? So so that's what we do on the side. So that's how I get to meet all these, some of these artists. I mean, so that's what Zubi. Sometimes the automatic don't give then one respect because of what I do. That's when you can feature I want to the big artists. The American. I mean, so. Bangwe, no, on the other side, for an example, but when you by this Gigs International, Fresh Impressions, the owner Harold, he is like, yo, bro, like, let me put you on. I want you to open up for 1, 2, 3. Because then again, it comes back to the music. It's because of the music that I do. So, already elevation, I go tour upon South Africa. I don't know if you put on maybe someone local.
Yeah.
Most probably they're going to choose someone with a similar sound to them. You get what I mean? Or has few songs that are similar to them. Then we choose them to traditional gospel music. But actually, just to say, I love traditional gospel music, by the way. Like, I grew up listening to it. I still believe that I would work with traditional, gospel. Because that's the thing. I do multiple genres, and you just never know what I'm going to hit you with next. So,
Yeah, and then back to your wife. Also, what role does she play in your music?
So, she has taken almost like, over the business side itself, because work from home is rote. So, like she's been acting as a manager, but behind the scenes, I've always been that independent artist who does everything on my own. But then I've had other people, but but then of course you maybe like visions are different, and then you're just like, okay, cool, you go your own way, I do my own thing. I do my own thing. But then now my wife, because we together, she understands where the vision is going. She understands what I'm doing. So now she's part of my team. Like that. When I say I have a team, it's me and my wife. And then of course my producers that I work with, Rufuno Mutara, or people that I'm now trying to get to work with also with my content and all those things.
Okay, makes sense. And then with your song also, because if I know the Maverick City, they also did an album Yakizuru in when was it, 2018, and then you were part of it. What did you do there?
So I sang some of the songs there. It was such an honor. Hillsong was my home church at that time. So they were doing these language projects, Zulu, Xhosa, Afrikaans. So I sang on the Zulu one. I didn't lead Kanarune.
And then why didn't you convince them to do one in Venda? Or are you going to convince them?
No, I mean, well, unfortunately, I'm no longer there. But but I'm still friends with the people from the church.
What happened?
So if, I think it was just the season. I think, our season ended. We could see that God is calling us into different, season. And it's like, for an example, any kind of relationship, you can have a relationship with someone. With some people, it can be forever, like your wife. And, with some, relationships, they're just not forever. You got to be God calls you, especially with us, when you're in ministry, when you are doing gospel music and not just for entertainment, when you also listen to where God is calling you to, what God is telling you to do, and all that stuff. It is difficult, but some of the times God will isolate you because He's trying to figure, like he's trying to show you, like, or wait for you to figure out, you know, what he's actually been saying all this time about, you know, your next season. But, you know, it's up to you if you're going to listen to him now, or you're going to have to struggle until, you know, you listen and then, you know. So I think if I had listened before, I would have left the church a little bit earlier. Not because of anything bad, but, you know, just because our season had ended. That's why I'm saying, like, even the people that are pastors and, you know, leaders, we are still friends because, you know, there's nothing that happened. There's no drama or whatever it is. You know, it was just a different season that God was calling us into.
I wonder what happened, because in as much as you're saying you've part ways, I mean, there's something that you mentioned, Kabayo, that you did. Actually, they played a huge role in your music career, because you were in album 2019, right?
Yeah.
And then you did that EP, Abonga 2018. So what did you mean by that? Where they actually played a huge role in your music career?
Where did I say that?
On your bio.
Me?
Yeah.
Please.
I can show you.
I'm joking. I'm pulling your leg. No, I mean, no, but show me.
Hey,
I'm joking. No. I think, you know, I mean, if you're a part of, you know, a church for a very long time, and you're an artist, they do play a role, you know, in your career when you're trying to launch out or whatever. The role that they played, more than anything, it was just feminine. Just an every weekend thing where you know they are there checking that, you know, I'm okay spiritually, and also just, you know, the worship pastor that I had making sure that, you know, I'm good, you know, I'm harnessing my, you know, my gifts, my talent, and you know, using them the right way. That's all I can say. And also that, you know, my album was launched at their theater here in Braamfontein, but you know, it's not like it was for free. We had to pay for it. Yeah.
You see, here's the proof. Always the proof.
Yeah, sure. That's okay. No, I said, like I said, I was pulling your leg.
I just wanted to show.
No, I mean,
to show you
for sure, bro. Like, it's like so. Rashu marot. See, let's say for example, actually not in the nine. Makadzi Apalan. She does play a role in this podcast. You know, she takes pictures, she behind the scenes, and maybe she like fact checking things. I don't know her roles, but you know, she's playing a role. You got what I mean? So tomorrow you can't say, or it's like the people that I've worked with. That's why I'm telling you that I've worked with people in the industry that have played a role in my career. I can't say they have not played a role, but currently are they playing a role? They are not playing a role. You get what I mean? Yeah. But they have had a role. Previously, but not now.
Okay. Yeah, and then now, since you started your music thing, you've had like 4 albums. See, how are people receiving them, or how have they been receiving them since 2019?
Incredible, incredible.
Meaning?
So one, my first album, Seasons. It was almost like, you know, an introduction to who Kingdmusic is. That this is the guy, this is the kind of sound that I'm going to be doing, and all the stuff, and you know, the music that I'll be doing. And then it was received well. I think I won a few awards actually for that one. I think 3 awards, and it was also nominated. I got nominated at the SABC Crown Gospel Music Awards as a newcomer because of that album. For you to be considered as a newcomer in the gospel industry in South Africa from your first album, it must be something.
True.
You know, so the second one, which is an album that I named after myself, the Denga album, also did super well. That was my first album to also like perform really well in terms of streaming numbers. And then also it won a summer award. Yeah.
So every album has won an award for you.
Yeah, I have 12 awards now. So if you divide them,
So 3 per album.
Yeah, almost 3. But not all, because this new one, hold on, yenda ivisa nangwa April. You know, we nan nazwin. Mbili za crown na mbili za.
Oh, the ones that you recently got.
Yeah.
This last week, right? No, this weekend.
Mbamro, this is Mbamro.
And then which album would you say is causing more traffic on streaming platforms?
Bro, my career when it comes to my albums and just career, it has been like this ever since I started.
Exponential.
So right now, let's talk about facts. I'm just gonna open quickly Spotify only. That's where it's that's where I have an Amazon. So on Spotify only, I'm also just I'll show you. You see, this is the second album that I was talking about. Can you see the numbers?
Oh,
no?
damn. You.
And then India Rarui.
That's
perfect
2.2.
perfect love. Wait, one.
So from 2.2 to 8.
So that's why I'm like, it's like this. Man.
Million, guys, not 1,000.
Yeah, million. And then you know, happen in femin hold on, do visanga April in a 6.7.
Yes,
So
yes.
April, arana kosiza April over April uskazwini. It shows you that it's actually doubling. The projection is doubling or tripling or maybe 4 times the previous album. So that's why I'm like, and honestly, also let me just say this: like, it's not really about all these things, streams or whatever, and all this stuff. I'm showing you because you asked, because you're like, yo, how has the music being received? So this is just the result of how the music has been, received and globally. And also, I mean, like with every album, like I've been privileged enough to be able to work with different artists from different parts of the world, whether it's Brazil, whether it's UK, whether it's the US, or even here in Africa. And so it's really a huge honor that sangwana wayan ane aba muvenda ane aba mugura village but we're going to receive I had an idea ya already the music was song or gospel but when you was understand but now nori zorari ndiko support nga bathu banji from Vavanda, but also na pano ayan. The numbers have been growing pano ayan. So that's why you call it recognition. Tikudiba warning from Bodhi Samasi, Bodhi Crowns, Bodhi Ingoma, Bodhi Limpopo Music Awards, Limpopo Gospel Music Awards. So which I'm really, really grateful for. And then again, all these things, they're just the awards, and I mean, like they're just the accolades, they're just a cherry on top. But honestly, for me, I just want to make sure that I'm making gospel music that is true from the word of God, and also that I'm being original and I'm being creative, writing new songs all the time that will be sang now and also by generations to come. Yeah.
So all these streams means you're eating, right? You are eating.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that.
I've never said this in any interview.
Yeah.
And also performance. I've done, our life and everything.
Yeah.
Streaming. 2021 the year I engage for the first time. I was just making an experiment. I was sort of like an experiment. No visa Christmas amapiano in the whole entire world.
Yeah.
The classical Holy Night. Amapiano. It went viral. Within Namud's and 3 million something streams.
Yeah.
So so again, it was just a God factor because I told you I did it playing around and whatever. Then I took it serious. Actually, that December I'll also be dropping another original Christmas song featuring Jeanette Manyoa. Jeanette Manyoa she's one of the biggest, if not top 2, biggest artists from Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeanette Manyoa. So we're doing it. Rufi King of Glory 2 December, and the Amapiano / Afrobeats. It's an original Christmas carol. Rune Ruru Mangachivenda, of course, Nana Muzishishona and English as well. So I can say, bro, like God has been good, and we are comfortable, and so shout out to everybody who's streaming my music. And I also, I can see that the numbers are going up here at home as well. So shout out to that. So you guys, actually, you support us and, you keep the lights on, in our homes. And also that's why, we drop so many albums and songs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. And then also you spoke of awards. See, you spoke of the Crowns, Zena's winner like last weekend. See? So what categories were those ones?
That don't nominate to Wakanda. So I was second highest. Nominated. I was one of the second highest nominated artists.
Yeah.
So I nominated for best gospel album for my album Hold On.
Yeah.
And I nominated for best best music video for my video If You Protect Me na Camido. Do you know Camido? Excuse me.
Who are these people?
Camido
But
is
it's never people from around, right?
Camido uva Ghana.
You see, you're an international artist, right?
Yes, I am an international artist. So Camido ndola wimba remember Femini chemi yejegele misi yeah.
Wait, here's the thing. We know these songs, still, and we know the
viral, and TikTok, what. Yeah, so then, Camido, like, he's an incredible guy. He's a faith guy.
Wait, it's a he again.
Yeah. Nimjita.
That voice, bruh.
Nimjita. So Femini, he's an incredible guy. With the secular as well. Like, his love songs are secular, and I mean azote. Mara, he's a good guy. Like, his heart, he believes in Jesus and all this stuff. So that's what I can shoot my rotten was one. So music video la nominate you. Raro shoot a Ghana so with the music video. What nominate you. And then best rap. Ka rap. Nena not feature am rapper. Was one. Yeah, Christian rapper. Ava namuzen uva namibi. Ufi I am rescued.
It will never be South Africa.
Yeah, so I know. We'll
talk
about that. We'll talk about that though. We'll talk about that. And then the nominator ka femini best contemporary ka rumbo don't feel Jesus. Worship. So Rowena best contemporary Rowena na best rap. Let's say award mbili za Rowena zone. Yeah.
And then which one would you say is the best award you have since you started? Or your favorite in Rendo Ifara? It says something to me.
You mean as in like from the institutions or for like specific category?
From
different awards.
Yeah, from all the 12.
Okay.
Which one would you say says something to you?
Let me be honest. All of them, right? Because they mean something, and those songs mean something to me.
Yeah.
And all these different institutions, I'm very appreciative of them because some of these awards, crown, I did to vote wrong public. The board and the people, the voting community.
Oh, they also do that.
Yeah, zononga Grammy.
Yeah.
The voting community sits.
So even the Grammy, they do that?
Yeah, they do that.
Oh, because I thought Chima were trying to play us, because Claude said it last week when she came. She was like, no, actually, there's like awards in our voting. People actually sit and decide as a panel. Then I was like, why is Para doing that? Can't if the Grammys are doing it?
Even the Grammys are doing it. That's because they use expects
so
to listen to the quality. Yeah, okay. Out of Batu 4 better nominated, whatever na quality. Mara nurupio rumborune of the panda. And that's why you want to out of all these categories, which thing I change. This is the win you. Ziwazo win affair. Nathan na teachers Rimboro Lamtu na compared to without emotions.
Yeah.
Ziwazo fair. Anyway, but the Summer Award one, it was big one for me. Why? Gaur Summer did the award is up in South Africa. If you win a summer, they're telling you in that year your album is the best, whatever in that category in South Africa. But also, I made a history. Album Yanga Yotom, Denga, like the one that I named after myself.
Yeah.
The album not album Yanga Yotom, that won. It was we made a history because it was the first album of its kind to win a summer award. The gospel Tripano South Africa coffee and the contemporary some branch with a traditional and the album yawe they say 60% or 70% the traditional mara rockam si
contemporary
worship in yana contemporary come si tarukana na nyumona nyana ka album yawe bambo dreaming the contemporary was one in number agenda but for me it was straight on contemporary because it's a Christian contemporary album of faith, music. Remember, there's different sounds as traditional. You got what I mean? So I had amapiano there. I had a little bit of pop. I had a little bit of namuze R&B, na feminine, na Afro house as well. All these different sounds. So it was something fresh. So it opened doors for. But we're not about Brendan Press or back on nominate you.
Oh,
yeah.
So which award are you gunning for now? If you've gotten the best award.
Our Grammy.
And you've gotten a nomination through someone who featured you.
I don't nomination. It was just considered.
Oh.
You know, it was considered for a Grammy. So people because the Grammy, there's two steps. Again, it doesn't mean that his album was not worthy of nomination. So it's a Grammy uba na voting committee. It's people when they're part of the academy. So so you work in the industry, you can be part of voting members by Grammy. So it's about so how many voting members can you convince to vote for you?
Oh,
yes, from there, Maverick City or already comes to Iko convince about 2000, in a convince about 600, more convince 1,000 or whatever, or 500, then, you know, that means, but it doesn't mean the work itself, it's not, just to be considered, it's a big thing as well. So, as Yambi Zawari, Mushumanu, Uba Usi,
So, as I said, it's the Ballon d'Or of music. As long as the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. Oh. So Zito Angoraro, then from there, then as you no consider you, no the nominate you. Nichi the nominate you. Then Ababa Abela Wopet said, ba Grammy board, and they want to decide or Roko the winner.
Have you ever won an award with someone? And then feature you did a song together. You know, as featuring, it's just you and them. Have you won an award with of such a kind?
I name official what name?
No, not it's like King D and Kingsley. Not King D featuring Kingsley, and then you won an award together. Because I always wonder what to wait. I mean, this split Swans award if we know award in music award.
So this is how it works. I think I get what you mean. So this is how it works. So let's say in the 9 right Anton. Hey,
music award. Yeah.
I've been on Gola before we started. Anyway, Nana Ngata Ruimbo. Richita Ruimbo. Niwanori Mudau. Richita Ruimbo also. Neniga ni feature render Kingsley. Then didn't feature Karumborang.
Yeah.
Then it didn't feature. Then abori for us to reach a wider audience. In the audience yanga, na audience yang. Rengar reach upload rumbo Kingdmusic and Kingsley.
Oh yeah.
So just come zormi ruda pia raka catalog yanu ini.
Oh.
E then do prena kamin catalog yanga. Marandu rumbo rwani. So normally zakar writing garmini Kingdmusic featuring Namute.
Yeah.
That's one about Kanye West na when you so. You know, everyone does that or mini. Namsora rumbara kufiru kudu makanamin. Ru elevator mini. The number of zanu na number of zanga.
So it's for better reach for
Mwanamu. For Mwanamu. Yeah, so it's like this is a true collaboration. You know, in the spirit of collaboration. Mara rumbaru ruanga. So ngubana sadness you know. Yeah, I would na kwamba ndoi wina weekend. For that song that I was telling you about, the best rap.
Yeah.
No rap and that's called rap aquarium. It was I Am Rescued who was rapping. So Antonio, the single Richard Visa before album, Ruri Kingdmusic and I Am Rescued was one. So Zitro Vakai ni mutu nora and so Negaya cut the crowns and I would say uri pale petu riniwani we banyi telling we awadi Zukosta guy Bangadara King this costa 5,000.
Oh, they can make a duplicate.
Yeah. But it's costa actually sometimes it costa 5,000 because I wanted to do a duplicate for producer Nando Shumanai for the one year now because you know, it's such a big achievement. So
true.
But it comes to 2,000, it costa 2,000. Then in Norarone they selection the Canada na the managing artist arakin to enable abo naya webo lango mundu. Zufana nana muzina zgrem. The Grammy, Ngomana for an example, Una Rems.
Yeah.
Black Coffee winner Grammy. Zonazoito Una Rems have a Grammy award winning artist. Feature Kela na femini album. Opua wana certificate. Mara arada kunyagori awane hila.
The actual Grammy.
Hila namuze. And then it always the one who namats now. I mean, it's possible. Nimapungo order via. Timu yabu black coffee and then madambas already presented to me na mina so nene lanto arakweto da gong ito ori adura ngarin mapunga buma 18,000 rand arando bari sazon ka website yabo.
Makes sense, it's a Grammy though.
Yeah, so it's possible uri auna zvopfi he haendi uri kuto iningoja namudzi ndojanga fa aroivhunza hai nedzitoodara imwe then
Yeah, makes sense. But what then song chapurana. If you want an award, just go to someone.
Niambe na vatu vadzi award vatu vasho. Na zvinakadzichima.
I'm asking regarding that because I've seen such things.
Yeah, but why nisongolwa please. Nisongolwa the award. Award yarari award uchikufika musi no winner zvino veo ni vaviri kana vararo. Yane kadzichima ni vudzi sorry. Uri vari telling what is the cost of guy?
Yeah.
Already vari comes into the cost of 3,000 kana mini. Already na visa ni child ai na nibe now award ayan.
Yeah.
Namsi when you're just passing by, you know yourself and you just look at it, it encourages you. You know, I know Richita muzikari was so. You know, it's just a cherry on top. Mara.
Yeah, true.
Jani to words loves it.
Doesn't really far up.
But it's so but chine package.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
no, Maran, don't promise or next time. Ndichibuya ponon. We are not the trade of Ghana. Doesn't know 620 kana mini. Through the Nazon.
Music.
You know. Oh, the new year don't agree me. The challenge is serious.
Ngoto to shuma jama.
Yeah, the shuma. Not go shuma. No serious, go shuma. I mean, on my recent albums, as you know, Dando, like I told you, the trick heading on Namunza Nofitarian, you know, she's a massive artist wa USA, you know, very incredible lady. She's honestly just after God's heart, you know, incredible music as well. Featuring Toby Mac, you know, Toby Mac is one of the legends in the industry as well, in the Christian industry, you know, globally. Yeah. So you know, I mean, also I know Toby Mac, so like I got to you know to do a song with her. Don't feel worry about nothing. Kind of music album, you know. And then now I'm working on new music for 2025. I'm also featuring a big artist from Brazil, Luma El Pidio. Incredible. Let me show you a ring.
Yeah.
I probably know a feminine sneak peek. Or no one is on no PM draw.
This is the fire.
Renner from my as the facts.
Yes.
The home trainer come
Oh. Okay. 1.9 million. Is that 1.9?
She's one of the top, you know, top five big artists ka gospel genre and I'm in Brazil.
Okay, so just because of time, with this game, I really want you to play it because I'm going to run. I got some of your people to get me this game. I only got 2. I was like, no, actually, this is flop. So I want us to play One Must Go.
Okay.
Yeah. So Isaiah Roberts and Tony Rams.
Bruh. I mean, Tony Rams is my best friend, bro. Like, you know, One Must Go. Where are they going?
Out of the picture now.
Out of the picture? Why? No, like, okay, if you just say, okay, you know what? Tony Rams has always been my best friend. He's not going anywhere. Isaiah Roberts, you know, we build a friendship in the Mgana Wanga Muswa. So,
you can go. He hasn't had much time. No, I'm just saying. Okay, and then Maverick City and Elevation Worship.
Well, the people that never actually sang Amanda between the two. It's seasonal. I know kwama zoserat.
Yeah.
Maverick gave this albums then after some time me namu the feminine elevation of this album then abantu go bata so I don't know. I mean, guys, the music was spiritual and I mean, Maverick about the visa anyway hitting comes to Yambanan is spiritual.
One must go though. You just have to give me an answer.
Maverick is the
Okay, fine. That's Zanga. And you have to answer. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Because this guy surely made this for a reason. So it's called out music or Dietrich Haydn. One must go.
Anthony. No. So it's the same thing. You must go.
No, what? No.
Okay, we're gonna move to the next thing.
No, to the next.
Situation, but then
Ndiritina ndato manga 2 younger.
Oh.
Now, whole I'm 20
okay.
They gave me these ones now. And we're still continuing. Let's go.
Hey, okay. Did you get Eden? He's a legend. Chipanga chams and wanting to go into this urban gospel kind of contemporary Christian music. Then you run at the haircut like Nichimukopa bad. As a child, like just to show you, Lord, having to work with them is such a huge honor. Called out in the Brayanga. Uvanga 2019 rodita rumbo rothe ramsachi da South Africa chunga chuta show rothe I mean called out Nena the legend already Nena called out we still have long time but working I mean so Nena called out ngaditsura kadibaba tuku rushuma
yeah and then performing in the UK or in the US where would you rather perform?
US, because I can do multiple states.
Okay.
I can do 15 to 20 stops. But in the UK, it's a very small country. Yeah.
Okay, second last, being an artist or running Naka agency?
Being an artist.
Okay, and then this one, you actually wrote a really hard one, your daughter or your wife?
No, you're all crazy.
Nah, I'm not he's the one.
No,
he's your best friend for a reason.
Whoever that wrote that, I'll go bang.
Yeah, shout out to Tondi Rems. Thanks a lot.
Tondi. I'm
so
I'm joking. I mean, you know the answer. Both of them are staying. They're not going anywhere.
Nah, there's always that thing, Yuri. If the house was Ben, you could take out one. Who are you gonna take?
Bro, I'm taking both of them.
There's
with
no
my
way.
both hands.
You don't
I'm
have enough
gymming.
power.
No fangani.
Oh, I wouldn't know. Makes sense.
Hey. So you wanna go?
No, it's okay. So in closing, how can people book? Do you ever get booked in South Africa?
Yeah, man.
That much. Besides Maverick, you don't book Anguri the
bro, like I do get bookings.
How do people book you?
So Bangadi send it to 072 669 3983 072 669 3983. Can send bookings to at kingdmusic.com, bookings at kingdmusic.com. And also, I'm also going to be continuing with my show. Yendai Toma last year, Apple MGB. That's 24. It's December. So we're doing it this year as well. We'll be sure telling you more information very soon. So if you want to know, just follow me on Instagram at Kingdmusic, or mostly just on Instagram. I think that's where I'm really, active. But I also do post Naka Twitter, Naka Facebook.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for coming, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much for having me.
International artist.
Yeah.
And then also to you guys, if no kono shuka padoni, thanks a lot. And then do share this video and then kono maranga share their podcast like he did with the money as
so like ndichitanga na McGD the chipanga cha McGD ndatanga naye odam dinwangana ntunamfama kazi wao basa turo mara baba no banangwa na mara basa turo mara ngodrar mara no I'm just being for real. We have a song together also
with McG.
Rufuno. Yeah.
So performing.
Podcast and chill. So but I'm just saying already Chipinga Chamsi, Basoro Tomoto and Cherry, I could see them. I saw them and I could see how hardworking he was. And then now, Sunamfamagazona the Monozura out the Faraz Gucci and Minnesota. 9 years so keep working. So you guys are doing an incredible job. And thanks for having me.
Again, man.
Thanks for having me.
So to you, this is me and bye guys.
Tango.